Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Sheff United Way video. It is a match preview between QPR and Sheffield United. 7:45 is the kickoff at Loftus Road. We're also going to be doing a watch along on this channel from 7:15. It is myself, not Hal, because Hal is going to the game. Such a great fan going to the game. Myself, not, but I'm going to be doing it with my oldest friend in the whole entire world. We went to nursery together and everything. Big up Waterthorpe Nursery. So yeah, what I'm going to quickly say is that I didn't go to the Reading game because of many reasons. So I've been off work and I didn't go to the Reading game. I was absolutely devastated. I didn't want to go out shouting about it, but still got COVID until right now. So hopefully tomorrow I will be out of it. Quickly, we will talk about Sheff United Way clips because we've been putting up loads and loads of clips as of recently. Lots and lots of interviews from the Prince to 𝐍𝐸𝐲 to the Prince to 𝐍𝐸𝐲. Today, we have put up Wayne Quinn reacting to his penalty winner against Coventry. And I said in that video that this was my first giant killing. It's a fantastic video, 12-minute video. If you want to go over there and watch it straight after this, please do so. We need all the subscribers we can get on that channel. And finally, members, there you go. They're on screen right now. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring Hal in now. How are you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream.
Better than you.
Yeah, actually, I'm not too bad right now. I've been worse. What I think we should do, I know we mentioned this last week when we did the Cardiff game, but we had Greg Halford on a few months ago, and he's going to be the next podcast. What I think we should do right now is play the intro to Greg Halford, as long as you haven't deleted it. No,
I've not touched it, I promise.
Shall we go for it?
Do it.
Let's go for it. So this is an exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
It was only really Rory the lap who came close. I think I was at Wolves and we were playing Stoke at home, and the announcer was like, should we have a throw off? I don't know what happened. I said I was up for it, but I don't think Rory was. It was frustrating because I got bored in positions. Like, I found them too easy sometimes. My mum and dad always used to tell me, if you can play 11 positions, then you've got 11 chances of getting into the team. Neil didn't really speak too highly about us. It kind of got under my skin a little bit. I don't want to go. I don't want to go and work for him. Semi-final goal. Whenever I watch it back, even today, it gives me goosebumps. You know, the noise from the fans after that is something that I will never forget.
This is the Sheff United Way podcast.
So great. But what I will say, Hal, is that if anybody wants to watch that before it goes public, what they can do is become a member for $4.99, and there you go. All you need to do is click the join button right next to the subscribe button, and you will also get your name right there.
In lights, as you could say, there's more and more perks being added to becoming a member. If you can do it, we really appreciate it. We never force it on anyone, but it really does help us. It really helps the channel, and times are tough, so we understand if not everyone can do it. But if you can, you really would be making a huge difference to this channel and the constant and increasing running costs.
Yeah, definitely, because you pay for all the running costs, don't you?
Do you know what? It doesn't matter. It's a team effort, isn't it?
It is. What else was a team effort, Hal? Was the Blades beating Cardiff?
Yeah, by one goal to negative.
Hmm?
That's what they say in the States. I just thought I'd throw it in there. 1 to negative.
1 to negative.
And the goaltender caught out. Actually, this is a bit like Red Half of Sheffield. If you haven't checked that podcast out yet, please do. It's very, very good. Thanks to Chad and Noah for the work they're doing.
Yeah, they're great guys, and they do such a fantastic job. And you know what? We should just give shout outs to every Blades media, because nobody gets paid for this stuff. We all do it for free because we love Sheffield United. So yeah, you just need to support every Sheffield United media out there. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, Hal, I'm going to throw this back to you, the Cardiff game, because I wasn't there. You were. So I think you should do this game. So go for it.
I enjoyed it. I was well up for it. You said afterwards when you saw my video on Fans React, I was far more excited than you thought I was going to be. But my chaotic eyebrows said everything you needed to know. I thought the Blades played really well. I thought everyone played well. I didn't think Cardiff offered a great deal. I feel like at the moment we are a team that's struggling to score goals. It was the kind of goal that I didn't think 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍 really could have missed. It was a great cross on that right-hand side from Morgan Gibbs-White onto 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍's head. I'd like to see those two link up far more than we have done, really. We first saw them together at Peterborough at home, and we thought, here we go. These two look like they've been playing together forever. I think 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍 is a superb talent, and I would like to see him play far more games. I actually am going to predict that he will play a vital role in the remaining 5 games of the season.
Like you said, he's never, ever, ever going to get cramp ever again.
Why, yeah, stop bringing that up, man.
You need to stop with these sweeping statements then, don't you?
You're very right. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, yeah, you summed that up perfectly. So I'll let you move on to last time out.
All right, last time out, of course, is we are talking QPR. The Blades beat then Steve McLaren's Rangers 2-1 at Loftus Road, the last time we met them away from home in the league. It was the 11th of August 2018. The R's had gone in front on the half-hour mark. Eze, now at Crystal Palace, drilled in from 15 yards. He's been a bit of a nemesis. But the Blades responded when Billy Sharp scored from close range from Kieran Freeman's low cross just before the break. And after Jake Bidwell was penalised in the box, substitute David McGoldrick converted from the spot to complete a pretty impressive turnaround. Luke Freeman played for QPR that day. The United side contained 6 players that started that day who are still at Sheffield United, Nick.
Oh, David McGold. Oh, I love him so much. I love him so much. Why'd you have to bring him back up?
Because he scored in that game that I was talking about.
He did. He was a lovely little flick header, wasn't it? I enjoyed that.
Well, if you were listening.
I wasn't listening.
You're not listening at all. I can tell. Literally just said he scored a penalty. Maybe it was a lovely flicked header. That
he didn't score a penalty.
This is the game at Loftus Road.
Oh yeah. God, I'm all over the place, mate. I wasn't listening.
Do you know what? You got COVID. We allow it. We let you off.
Only I've got a slight faint
a touch of COVID.
Touch of COVID. Anyway, shall I talk about team news, which I will have more idea about, I think, since I wrote this. So there we go. So team news for you. We've not got a hell of a lot to talk about, which is always great. But apparently 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍 is saying that Sharp is pushing for a start. That's what he said. That would be great to see if Sharpie is pushing for a start. There's been things circulated that we're not going to really report on. But that's what 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍 says. He says that Sharpie is obviously top goal scorer, so he needs to be in and around the squad if we're going to get into the playoffs and do well. Baldock hasn't trained with the squad, but 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍 is hoping that he's going to join up with the squad for this game, which will be great to see too. I can't see him starting, to be honest, if he's not trained at all. But we all know George. We all know how much of a professional that he is. I could see George easily kind of starting at right wing back. But yeah, I do think that Ozzy's had such a great game filling in that Ozzy really should be playing there if Baldock hasn't trained and hasn't played for maybe a week or two. But yeah, let's go straight into my team for this game. So as I've just said, I expect to see Ozzy at right wing back, Bash, Egan, Robinson, Stevens, Foderingham behind those, Berger, Norwood, Fleck, Gibbs-White, and then Sharp up front. And if that's not Sharp, it will be Ndai. And we will see 2 attacking midfielders as strikers, very, very similar to the Bristol City game. So let's see what happens. We could be seeing 5 midfielders playing as attackers. It's a slight worry at the moment. I hope that we do see a striker up front, because call me old-fashioned, Hal, but I like seeing a striker on the pitch.
You know what I want, mate? I just don't want any more injury news. You know, I don't like rumours, and this has been the worst season, I think, in my life for Sheffield United injuries.
Yeah, we didn't have a great one last season, though.
True. It didn't feel like a real season last season.
No, it didn't. And do you know what? As I was on YouTube, I saw one of the videos pop up when we lost 3-0 away at Southampton and we got hammered last season when we barely created anything. And I watched it all the way through and I was just livid, just shouting at the camera, "What are you doing, Wilder?" And it was like, at least it's not, don't feel as bad as that. We've won some games. We are 6th in the league at the moment, even though we had a terrible start. It's not as bad as what it could be.
Very true. Now, it's pretty bad for QPR. And news coming out of Queen's Park Rangers is that Mark Warburton has told the press he will probably be leaving in the summer with no new contract offered to him. So will QPR Sheffield United be his last home game as manager? Yes. And how will that impact his players? I think they will want to win their last home game with him as manager. I think they'll be well up for it. I actually think this is bad news for it to come out right now. I think it's typical that this comes out for a game against the Blades. I don't like it. QPR, though, do have players missing. Lee Wallace, David Marshall, Robert Dickey, very key player for them. Chris Willock, another key player for them, all set to miss the rest of the season. All of them have got hamstring injuries. Moses Odobajo's got a calf injury. Jordan Archer, a leg injury. So they've got big injuries, just like the Blades. Warburton revealed last weekend that Diang is nearing a return from a thigh problem, which has kept him out since February. But as with 3 keepers out, Friday's game will come too soon for him. So, Kieran Westwood, again, expected to start between the sticks, the former Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper. Queen's Park Rangers, I think, will play a 4-2-2-2. Westwood in goal, Sanderson, Barbe, Dunn and McCallum at the back. Then Dazelle and Field. I think we'll then see Amos and Elias Chair, very dangerous, tricky player. Thomas and Lyndon Dykes up top. And I will move seamlessly, Nick, into the referee for QPR, which is Peter Banks from Merseyside. This season he's taken charge of 27 matches in all competitions, 114 yellows he's given, 2 reds and 4 penalties. That is quite a lot of yellows for 27 games. He sent off John Lundstrom in our 1-1 draw at Brighton last season. You probably remember that one, Dick. Nick, you're muted again. It's COVID. We're letting him off. It's COVID.
My bad. It's COVID. It's COVID. I was trying to be nice and I was drinking my drinks. I didn't want to slurp. I did this last week, I think, or maybe the week before. But no, I was just going to say that I was one of the people that saying it should have been a red card.
I know. I remember.
To lunge.
First thing we kind of really disagreed on.
Yeah, but you were wrong. I'll let you off. No, actually, no one agreed with me. I was just saying that it was a stupid thing to do, really.
No disputing that.
We've watched football for a long time, both of us, and back in the day, that wouldn't have even been a yellow card. He won the ball, but these days you can't do stuff like that, and yeah, that's the reason. Really, I didn't think it should have been even a yellow card in how I grew up watching football, but yeah, just can't do it, can you? Stupid man.
Sully boy. Now, he was also, Peter Banks, our referee, when we won 2-1 at Old Trafford. We are going to ignore the 5-0 at Leicester, where Iliman Ndiaye made his debut, and the 3-0 defeat at home to Arsenal. Best watch-along ever, that one, some are saying. Some are saying, not for us to say.
Some are saying. And do you know what as well? It was Hecky's first game as well.
Good shout. Yeah, and we saw Jason Tyndall in that wonderful hoodie, which I was never able to buy from the club. JT Hammer, if you're watching, I want that hoodie. And here's an interesting one. The last 6 times he's refereed QPR, this is courtesy of Statsman Adam, so blame him. QPR have lost all 6. This is his first Blades game of the campaign.
There you go. And what score do you think it's going to be? Don't say you don't care, because you do this all the time. Just give us a score, man.
We were chatting before, off air, and you know how I'm kind of feeling at the moment. I'm worried. I don't like our away form. I'm worried about injuries. I'm feeling a bit more pessimistic than when I booked my ticket. I don't think we're going to win. I think we're going to blow it.
Okay. Well, I don't think QPR are that good. And I think that might be famous last words, but I don't think we're that good either. And I think that this is going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be really similar to Bristol City, where we play quite well, but because we don't have a striker on the pitch, if that is the case, then we'll struggle to score goals.
Well, let's hope that let's hope that we see that Billy's fine and we see him brought on second half and it absolutely changes the game. But I do fear that we just look devoid of creating chances that we're able to take, and that's been the worry, and that's why I'm kind of negative going in. We're limping into the playoffs, and the teams that get promotion finish strong in the playoffs, and this is just
strong,
not that season.
fam.
Absolutely. So yeah,
but
sorry.
We were talking off camera as well about the other two teams that have won in recent matches. So Blackburn have just won, and they beat Preston away very, very comfortably, and also Middlesbrough went and won comfortably last night. I know they played Cardiff, but they seemed to see them off a lot easier than we did, even though the second one was a deflection. But neither have been playing well recently. Neither have won many games recently, and they've both kind of maybe coming into form right at the end of the season.
Absolutely. Right, let's talk positively about players we loved. Let's do some player connections. Pop yours, by the way. Players that played for QPR.
Players we've loved.
We're talking your Paul Furlongs, your Richard Edge-Hills. Pop them in the comments below, whether you're watching live or later. Players that played for QPR or Sheffield United. I'll let you go first.
I'll go first. Someone that I actually did love at the time. I'm not sure yours is a player that we have.
Well, I've got a funny story about mine.
Okay. Can I go Paddy Kenny, because I've already given him the scoop. Here we go. Paddy Kenny. We all loved him at the time, and then it came out that, well, obviously the drug ban. It's obvious. That's when it kind of derailed, and then Paddy went and left. But we all thought that Paddy left for more money. Everyone called him a Judas for standing by him and stuff like that. But Paddy came out recently and did say that, no, it was the club that forced him out. So 266 games for the Blades in 9 years, 0 goals, which is a really, really poor form from Paddy. But he kept a fair few clean sheets in his time. We'll let him off not scoring any goals. But he also went from being a little ball fat kid to being quite a svelte sort of guy when he went to QPR and those. So he's a great goalkeeper. One of my favourite goalkeepers of all time in a Blade shirt. And no one dislodged him for such a long time. That's how good he was.
A little bald fat kid. You make him sound like Benjamin Button, like he was born looking like exactly like he does now.
You got to admit though, when we first, I was like, "Who is this kid and why is he in the goal?" He was your typical fat kid in the goal.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I loved him from the off. By the way, I did choose Tony Curry last time when we played QPR. I know there'll be plenty of people who say, why didn't you choose TC? So just to let you know that is the reason we're not choosing him again. This time, I am going to go for a man who represented QPR, but the Blades before that, Shaun Derry, who could have been someone who, a bit like Mitch Ward, played everywhere, because he initially joined us from Notts County as a right back back in 1998. 72 appearances he made for the Blades. He made a lot more for Queen's Park Rangers. He joined them from Leeds in 2008. And I think he's more fondly remembered by QPR fans, represented them, of course, in the Premier League. We actually signed him from Notts County for, I think it was about 700,000. And then we sold him for 300,000 to Portsmouth when he'd been playing well. It was just typical Blades finances of the time. I remember thinking he'd scored against Sunderland. We lost 4-0 at home. It's the game that Peter Cachuro got really badly hurt. I think he burst his spleen or something. And Derry hit this absolute pinger from distance, and it went wide. And I cheered. I remember jumping up and cheering, going, right, we're back in this. And I was like, yes. And my dad's like, went wide. It's the first time I've ever thought, and I remember feeling like a right idiot, everyone around me. Everyone had stayed down except me and didn't seem to cotton on that we hadn't scored. That's like, what is wrong with you? And it's the first time I'd ever thought the Blades had scored when they hadn't. And my funny story with him, I met him, because I've met everyone, as you know, I met him outside Bramall Lane when he was playing for us, and I had my match. Actually, he wasn't playing for us. He came back. That's it. He came back, and he was just, I think he was with another team, but he was injured. And I saw him outside the players' entrance. And I had my program, and we were sponsored by Daysun at the time. And I opened my match program, and I said, Shaun, would you mind giving me your autograph? And I didn't look at what he did. And I said, thank you very much. Took my program, walked back in the ground. And I looked in what he'd actually done. And we were sponsored by Daysun, and he'd written on the Daysun sponsor page, he'd just drawn 3 apples.
Is that? Do you have any idea why he did that?
He just drew 3 apples. Didn't write his name. I've got no proof it was Shaun Derry. Just drew 3 apples. And he would have known. He'd have been like, "Oh, that kid, off he goes, little scamp."
I wonder if he remembers that, or whether he did that all the time. He might have done that a lot.
I think he just didn't like the look of me. Like like a lot of people that approach me at games.
Yeah, well, no, they like the look of you, but it's the ones that punch you in the face that don't.
They don't like
the
me.
look of you.
Yeah, no,
they don't.
Yeah. Again,
no.
thanks for involving me in the channel.
Yeah, that's your 7th pair of glasses this season, isn't it? From everyone
7th.
punching you in the face. Yeah,
I know.
7th.
And this nose can't take it.
No, well, it looks like it's taking it a bit too much, to be honest.
I'm not quite Steve Bruce territory, but yeah, you're not,
no, you're definitely not. I'm messing. Well, have a great day tomorrow at QPR. Hopefully, the Blades score you some goals. Let us know in the comments, by the way, if you want Hal to do a vlog. He's wondering whether to do one or not. And
not wondering. I don't want to do one.
I'm trying to make you do one by getting everyone in the comments to say they want you to do a vlog.
Oh, Alessandro, you're very nice. I've got 3 anecdotes, and I've just told 2 of them.
Random pub stories, though. Are you allowed to go in a pub?
I'm not allowed in pubs, no not after the incident.
Old incident. I thought that were a playground incident. Let's not go there. Let's not.
Carlos Saber all over again.
It is.
If you don't know what we're talking about, here we go. Check out the interview with Carlos Saber on this very channel. Don't listen to the audio podcast because I removed all the dodgy stuff he said.
Yeah, and I've not removed any of it from the YouTube stuff because I'm not sure if I want to because it'll mess everything up. Right, I think we're done. Well, you're going to have a fantastic day at QPR, hopefully. I'm going to have a fantastic day staring at a TV screen and hopefully get some clips of us celebrating goals. And Johnny's going to see you in London. So there you go.
Yeah, apparently I'm bringing a sarnie.
You always bring sarnies, you big weirdo.
Subscribe, tell your friends. It helps the algorithm.
It does. See you later.